Welcome to another episode, Middle Ground with JLE, L.L.C, where we treat you like family. That is the theme song, Detroit Love, off my first album, The JLE Experience. I own the music and copyright, so don't mute nothing Facebook. I just got to throw that out there. We got another amazing guest for you today. We have the Full Service Entertainment Event Planning Company, Mona Lisa's Lyrics, LLC, founder and owner, Monica Mona Lisa Hamlett. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, sir. I appreciate the feature. Thank you.
Oh, I got to set you out right. Over here in the middle ground.
I love your platform. It's great.
Awesome. Appreciate that. First question, what led you to this path?
Oh, my goodness. Well, I've owned my business for 16 years. And I started out as a singer-songwriter. And I've sang with live bands for a very long time. And the event planning part came in with my first CD release party in November of 2006. I planned it all by myself, the first event I've ever done that with. And it turned out pretty good. So I was bitten by the event planning bug in 2006. And yeah, so after that, I started just kind of collaborating with other entertainers and independent artists. And eventually I got to the point where I was doing competitions for independent artists to offset the cost, for studio time and CD duplication and, ads and, just the whole independent artist, right? The whole independent artist it's expensive, but, we got to do what we got to do because this is our passion. So I started off with competitions, and then I figured out a way how to put all of my passions into one movement. So my events started to include not only independent artists, but people in the community that are doing great things started to host my events. I made sure that I had small business vendors at every event. And I just wanted to make sure that I highlighted, just the businesses in each community that I was involved with, because that's how we build strong communities, right? The businesses in our communities have to be viable. We have to actually go to them and spend our money with them. Okay. So that, so the movement now has just kind of like rolled into one big, hopefully encouraging business venture with many small businesses that I collaborate with. And we've now moved into the celebrity concerts. So every 3 to 4 months, Mona Lisa's Lyrics will bring in celebrities for great causes, nonprofit organizations, for business launches, fundraisers, community events, anything that I and my investors can do to bring more attention to the wonderful things that our small businesses are doing on a big scale.
Yeah, I was on your website and you got the directory for small businesses. That's pretty dope.
Yes, which I love. I'm going to be updating that soon too, because we have so many new businesses that have started collaborating with us. And, like I said, just working together, when you work together with a team of like-minded people, you're able to reach your goals collectively, on a grander scale. So, I'm so happy that Dr. Mary Welsh, who introduced us. Oh, you rock, Dr. Welsh, you rock. So I'm so happy that she introduced us, because she is such a good connector. Like she figures out, oh, okay, I know such and such, I'm going to connect them with it, so she's such a blessing on this earth. And I'm so happy that she won Mompreneur of the Year with Mona Lisa's Lyrics. So she's our 2022 Mompreneur of the Year. So let's give her a hand clap for that. Absolutely. She is awesome. The things that she does is, she's the epitome of what a mompreneur should be. And just talking about the great things that she does. Well, okay. So Mompreneur of the Year and Dadpreneur of the Year, actually, there are two different projects that we, really concentrate on every year. So it really came about out of a need that I had, because I'm a single mommy.
Mm-hmm.
I own a business, right? So I often felt alone because I couldn't find like my group. I don't know. I don't know how else to say it, but
Gotcha.
everyone, you don't fit in with everybody, right? So I
So
was
true.
trying like different women's groups. I would go to meetings of different groups and,
Mm-hmm.
just try to see if I could vibe with the women there and, so I wouldn't feel so
Okay.
isolated being a single mommy who's trying to, make her dreams come true. So I couldn't find one that I truly felt like I fit in. So
Mm-hmm.
I created one myself. So I started like handpicking businesses and women that I wanted to do business with. It was an intentional thing. And then I said, well, you know what? Yeah. So I have my team and we're working together and we're doing this and we're doing that. And it included men too, though. Boss Entertainment Group was a big part of doing the sound, and we had a radio show together, and he still does the sound for my events actually. And he's in one of the bands that I work with. And I've just had such a great time, connecting with so many people who are like-minded. Sometimes it's just hard finding people that are like-minded. So
That's so true.
I just knew as a mom who was a mompreneur that I really was told, like, hey, thank you. Oh, good job. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, you just did that. Wonderful. And I don't do it for people to notice that I'm doing it. But what I mean is, um, that can cause you to really, really be lonely, and for you to fit to kind of like question, is what I'm doing, does it matter? Like I feel like I'm helping others. They say I'm helping them, but I was just very unfulfilled. And I said, if I feel this way, I know a ton of other people, moms and dads, feel the same way, right? So that's how it all
Yeah.
started. Just out of a personal need for me to connect with other moms and to connect with other dads who, we have this dream and we have this force that's inside of us, but sometimes we just need someone else on the outside to be like, hey, that was cool. so yeah. So mompreneur of the year, dadpreneur of the year, very near and dear to my heart. And we were able to give them many gifts, but just to help get the
Okay.
word out too about what they do, through their business and beyond. So it's a great platform.
Now, what are the qualifications to be the winner of both mom and dadpreneur?
So the great thing about it is, I asked the public like a few months before we, decide to really get going with it for the season. I asked the public, hey, can you please email me directly? And I am the one that sees all the emails. So I'm like, you email
Okay.
me directly, your favorite mompreneur, your favorite dadpreneur. And I need to know their product, what they do, what's their website. And then it goes into my research. And at times I do have other people that help me too. Hey, can you
Okay.
check these five? I'm gonna check these five, But to make sure that they're very active in their community is number one. Number two, that they actually are parents who are doing things with their families, and they're the kind of people that actually do juggle, being a parent alongside being a business owner. And it's really what kind of heart do they have, right? So you can tell that from their social media, you can tell that from any videos they may have, you can tell that by
Okay.
going to their place of business. What kind of person are they? Do they really believe in what they're saying? Whatever their mission statement is on their website, is that really what they're showing, through their business and through their life, that they truly do believe that and they're accomplishing that. So um um Abel, actually, our dadpreneur is Aaron Abel Grable, and he owns All for One for All, and it's a mentoring company, a mentoring organization, a nonprofit that helps youth. He mentors youth and helps, especially young men of color, to be great men of color, right? To grow up and be an asset to,
Very needed.
yes, Yeah, so he does great work. So Dr. Mary, by I always tell her this. So through her tragedy came such a blessing for the world. She lost her daughter, but
Yeah.
then came Susie Q's kids, who, and through her organization, she's able to encourage others and comfort children who are in hospice or foster care, or the kids that have lost loved ones. What she does is so amazing,
Yeah.
that I'm so happy that Mona Lisa's Lyrics was able to recognize her as a winner this year.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out. What day is it? October.
October 16th. Please come out to her fundraiser. We are celebrating everything she does. And we're also going to be featuring Paul Williams Jr. and his Motown band. We're going to have a Motown review. And the event coordinator for Motown, the Motown Museum, is going to be hosting. And it's just going to be a great time. And along with that, we're actually asking small businesses who are interested in sharing their income making opportunities with the audience to come out too. That's what all of our vendors are going to be there for. Not only to sell their products, but actually to tell the audience how they too can make more income in the upcoming year in 2023. So it's October 16th. It's going to be at the Lions Club on Canal Road off of Shaner. And the ticket link, may I give it?
Sure, just your show. Go ahead.
It's Dr. Mary, Dr. Mary fundraiser.eventbrite.com. I always have so many ticket links at one time, and I get okay. So it's Dr. Mary fundraiser.eventbrite.com. So it's on Eventbrite. You can find it. And as I said, it's October 16th. We're going to be celebrating everything that Dr. Mary does through business and beyond. And she deserves this and more. It's just the different prizes that we're able to give away to the winners. I'm so happy that we have sponsors that provide the different gifts to our winners. And
Okay.
a lot of advertising, though, to me is the best gift we can give. Getting out the word to the world about the wonderful things that these organizations are doing, these moms and dads are doing, letting it out, getting it out on a bigger scale. So that's our goal.
Okay. And definitely is Dr. Mary fundraiser.eventbrite.com.
Yep, drmaryfundraiser.eventbrite.com. Yes.
So I'll put that in the description once I get the episode together. So
thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Thank
if you notice, I try to put all the information in there when I put up latest episodes.
Yes.
Get right to it.
Yes, definitely.
So how did you come up with Mona Lisa? That name.
Oh my goodness. This goes back to middle school. Okay, so it's a two-part story. So I had a friend. She was an awesome friend, Vanessa Banks, in middle school, and her brother came up one day and she said, "Hey, this is Monica." And he was like, "Who? Mona Lisa?" And I just looked at him like, "What? How did you keep Mona Lisa or Monica?" And he, for years, I knew them for years. So for years he kept calling me Mona Lisa, and I would just crack up every time he said it. So when I decided to come out as a singer-songwriter, one of my producers was like, what name? Because you can't use Monica. That's already taken. I'm like, I know, right? So I said, what about Mona Lisa? And then he changed the spelling to Lizza. Yeah. So, and ever since then it's been Mona Lisa. But yeah. So the Banks family, thank you for my namesake.
Okay. That's a dope name.
Thank you.
Now,
thank you.
I noticed on the website you have Mommy on the Town. What's that?
Now, so Mompreneur of the Year has evolved into, came from Mommy on the Town. So actually before 2020 hit, right? Before COVID hit, the actual thing that we were going to be doing for mompreneurs is actually traveling with it and doing different things with moms all around the country. So Mommy on the Town was the original name of it. And then 2020 hit, and it was like, no, no,
Oh, yeah,
we have
change
changed up stuff. So, so we decided to kind of like tweak it because I really wanted to start it, with a bang, like going from state to state and just doing it big originally. But it turned out to be
Okay.
such a blessing that we did have to slow down because I liked the fact that um I was able to start everything locally and to
Okay.
concentrate on Michigan first for the first few years. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm really happy about that because this is where I'm born and raised, and we want to make sure that we say thank you to the people that have uplifted us and been supportive of us for so long, locally first. So, yeah, so starting next year, it will be more of a mommy on the town kind of thing, because we will start our whole project of going from state to state, recognizing different moms and dads, and showering them with gifts and a whole lot of great ad packages and things like that. So in 2023, you'll see more of that.
Now, I got a rep for the fellas. What do you do for the dads when they win?
You know what? It's really, really the same. The what we concentrate on is ads, right? Advertising. Like, for instance, let me give you it for instance. So the fundraiser that we're doing for Able, our Dadpreneur of the Year, is a fundraiser community. It's a community day. It's going to be a fundraiser featuring
Mm-hmm.
Sada Baby. So Sada Baby is coming out, and he's going to be the featured guest for Able. So that's
Oh,
November 19th, and I will send you the information for that too. That's November 19th. So we're doing a billboard,
nice.
radio ads, magazine interviews, and we're also doing this for Dr. Mary too. Hers is coming up a little bit sooner than his, right? But um yeah, so and they both were interviewed on Channel 47 in Lansing, the TV station, the TV show Morning Blend. So yeah, so those are the kind of things that we do here again to bring more attention to what they have going on. And then different speaking engagements. Like if I feel that there's something going on from one of my collaborators that it will be a benefit for our mom and dad to speak, to be a featured speaker, I book them for that
Mm-hmm.
also. But it's mainly connecting them. To me, it's priceless connecting them with other people that can show them support, with other people that can either volunteer or donate money or sponsor something like
Absolutely.
that. Yeah, so it's the gift that keeps on giving. It's not just a one and done, like they win and then they get a crown, right? And they get an ad on Facebook and then we leave them alone. So it's not that. We actually do work with them and have a
Okay.
really good friendship and business relationship with them. And one of the main gifts, which Dr. Mary is going to schedule with the person that has sponsored a trip to Montego Bay. So
Nice.
they have a Jamaica trip that's sponsored, and it just so happens that the sponsor of that is Abel, who is the Dadpreneur of the Year.
Uh,
So so he has property in Jamaica. So Dr. Mary and her hubby are gonna have a wonderful, wonderful trip. We just need to get that scheduled for them. So, but as I said, it's just um I hope that I have been able to bring more attention to all for one, one for all, and Susie Q's kids. More attention, more eyes on them, funds through doing the fundraisers, and booking them for different speaking engagements, which, like I said, it doesn't stop. When 2022 stops, it doesn't mean we don't work with them anymore. It just means that they're going to be featured as hosts, and they're going to do different
okay.
things with us. But we continue to have a good relationship with the winners of Mompreneur and Dadpreneur as the years come.
Yep. Dr. Mary said mutual connections. I agree.
Yeah, well, she's the number one connector, though.
Yeah.
She connects so real. I mean, people usually say that about me. Oh God, Mona, thank you for connecting me. Oh, thank you so much. But I'm like, oh, y'all need to meet Dr. Mary. Dr.
Yeah,
Mary be on it.
I ain't gonna lie. She sent me y'all names, you and Chris, and I reached out to you. I'm like, okay. Then I
And all
think
this
might
happened today. Like I just saw the email today and I'm on your show already, right?
yeah,
So
I
that's
thought maybe next week, like I ain't got no guests today, gonna chill. And I look on the phone like, oh snap, let me get ready.
yeah. So I was like, oh, this is awesome, because we do have her wonderful event coming up on October 16th. And I'm so happy that, we're able to get people together and just to sit down with her and say thank you. And as I
Yeah,
said,
she's really
sometimes
awesome.
we as parents don't get to hear that. My son is 14 and he is my only child in my home. I also have a stepson that's 19 and he's the only child in his home, right? So especially when you have dynamics like that, although my son at times does say thank you, but it's like, you know what I mean? Sometimes we just don't we don't get that pat on the back. So it's just good. It's just good to connect and to get people out and to collaborate together. It's really good. So, but I'm very, very proud of being able to also talk about and present income making opportunities at our year end event. So the year end event for the moms are October 16th. So that's like my year end event for the mompreneurs. And we're going to be featuring many businesses that you can actually make income with. And that is so key because when you are a single mom or a single dad, or nowadays, if you're married, if it's two incomes coming in, you still may need a little bit more. So,
Mm-hmm.
Leah Franklin of Tax Divas and I, for the last 3 years, we've been every year doing an event that features some kind of way for people to get certified or, like she's a tax professional. So she actually has a class every year that teaches
Okay.
how to do taxes. So she's going to be our featured business, letting people know how they can register for the tax preparation class and, in
Mm-hmm.
preparation for 2023 tax season. And we also have ACN. We have LaShawn Michael, Minister LaShawn Michael, who's going to be talking about ACN, which is an amazing company. It's amazing. Residual
I remember
income.
that back when I was at Wayne State. They first started out. Somebody
Oh,
knew was
really?
working. Yeah.
Man, the things that she accomplishes through that. I mean, it's amazing. I can't wait to hear her talk about it because I am a client of hers. And so I get the messages and everything that they do, and they have their conference coming up in Florida soon. So,
Okay.
so we're going to have her talking about how you can build teams and things like that. We have a paparazzi jewelry representative, and paparazzi is hot. It's very hot. It's great. I
Yeah.
love their jewelry.
Had a friend
They
that was
even
doing
have
that.
jewelry now for men. Did you know that, Mr. Edwards?
No, I didn't know the jury for men part. Okay.
Yes. So paparazzi now they have jury for men too. So they'll be able to see and like ask her how successful have she has she been, or what does she find to be a successful way to sell her merchandise. We also have State Farm. A young lady
Okay.
named Catherine is going to come out from State Farm and talk about insurance and in that line of work. And this is going to be our first year working with her. So that's
Okay.
good. And we also have Dusty Welsh, Dr. Mary's daughter, who is a business consultant. I'm excited to work with her. She's a
Okay.
powerhouse. Yeah, so she's going to come out and help people get their business plans together, kind of help them with their direction of, where they want to go with business, what their next steps should be. So we have covered a lot, and that's not all of the businesses that are going to be represented. That's just a few that I'm going to mention tonight.
Well,
But
if you want, you could probably schedule another appearance for the 15th to talk about that event strictly.
what? Well, that would be great. Thank you. That would be great. That would be great. And let me tell you, it's all about support, right? It's all
Mm-hmm.
about support and talking and connecting because I had gone to an event. Was it Friday? What's today? Yes. Okay, yesterday.
Yeah.
No, Thursday. Nope. Thursday. The days are look.
Gotcha.
They're coming up fast. So Thursday, actually, Dusty was a judge at an event that was in the Detroit Pistons building downtown, and
Nice. Okay.
she's a powerhouse. I like her a lot, so we're going to be collaborating in the future. So that's another connection Dr. Mary has given me, right? But that event was amazing. It was really giving, especially women of color, the opportunity to tell a panel of judges their business ideas. Okay, so I was like, this is amazing. So yeah, anything that I can do, to help, just anyone who's really serious about starting their business, I would love to work with them. I try to meet as many people like that as possible because I handle and create their business launch events.
Okay.
So I love doing that. And yeah, so October 16th is going to be amazing.
Black Girls Venture.
Yes, Black Girls Venture. Thank you, Dr. Mary. Black Girls Venture, and her daughter Dusty was a judge, and she does a lot. And Sister Sprout is Dusty with Sister Sprout. Okay, so Sister Sprout is going to be out October 16th. You guys can meet her, Dusty, and she'll be able to help you with your business needs and getting started and getting going. And yeah, she's an expert at that, so she's going to be out there.
Yeah, I would love to get the Black Girls Venture on here.
Okay.
Eyeballs on that one.
Dr. Mary, we got to get Dusty on the line with JLE. We got to get her on the
line. Shout out to all the single parents and parents working together in the homes. It's a lot of work raising kids. A lot of work.
It's a lot of work. Are you a single parent also?
Nah, I don't have kids yet.
You don't have kids yet? Well, bless your heart. Bless your heart. Let me see. I sound like I'm about 80 years old right now, but
no, you don't.
No, I had my son. I waited to have my son. I didn't have my son until I was 35, and I had already moved in and out of state and sang with bands and just did everything I wanted to do. And then finally, I was like, oh, I think I want to have a child. So I met his dad, and we, had a family. Blah blah. So fast forward to today, my son is 14 and I'm a single mommy. And, his dad is such a great help, such a wonderful father. So although our relationship didn't work out, he's a great father. So I thank God every day for him, every day, because my life would be so much harder if my son did not have a wonderful dad. Right. So, and again, that's another reason why Dadpreneur came about, because I see that at times his father felt like, he wasn't appreciated, and
Father's Day, it's hard to find real commercials and gifts besides socks.
Don't you think it's getting better though? You don't think I think it's getting better. Do you not think it's getting better?
It's getting a little better, but if you go into a store on Father's Day, and I'm calling out everybody out here that got company, you will not see Father's Day stuff right when you walk in. Sorry, I said it. I don't care. I said it. You go in on Father's Day. Okay, now Mother's Day, before you walk in, Rose.
It's everywhere. Balloons hit you in the face and everything, ain't it?
Yeah, get that for your mama, boy. You show the same love. It's some real dudes handling their business.
That's true. Okay, that's true. But you know what? Ever since my son has been born, I have given his father wonderful gifts. I
love Target. I do shop here.
I'm a planner. So I go and I shop for what I know he needs, what he wants, And so my son is old enough now to go and pick it out. We still have to drive him, right? But he can pick it out and be like, no, my dad want this. And, so I'm glad about that too. But I'm telling you, I think Father's Day, I've always been great at gifts for Father's Day.
Yeah. I mean, it's getting better on that day, but
I think it is. The commercials are too. Don't you think the commercials are getting better? They're getting better.
A little bit. I mean, you can't go nowhere in the D on any corner, whether you're on Wyoming, Myers, out 8 Mile. You're gonna have somebody with a truck with all type of nice goodie baskets on Mother's Day.
On Mother's Day. But this year they had it for Father's Day too.
Okay.
No, I saw many street corners, with baskets for daddies. I did.
I stand correct. Awesome. Good
Okay.
stuff to hear. Good
We
stuff to
getting
hear.
better. We catching up. Look, everything is catching up. It's catching up.
There's some
But
real dads out here handling business for real.
yes. Yes. And I mean, I usually don't compete with holidays. I don't compete with holidays. Like I do concerts, especially with this upcoming year. I do concerts every March, June, September, and then my year end is in November. So
Okay.
for May, I'm free to sponsor or to support a Mother's Day event, right? For June, we have like a big concert, but I'm still gonna make sure that I'm free to celebrate the dads because I'm not gonna have my event on that day, of course. But I'm trying. I'm trying to help people.
I'm not saying you're not. I'm not saying
Dads are deserving
just
to
say
be
no bad juju on you at all. Oh no, but it's just bring the same energy. That's all I ask. It's some good
right.
dads.
I agree.
All the businesses out here just bring the same energy. That's not that like.
Why do you think that is though? Why do you think it is that dads aren't really celebrated as much?
I mean, if you look at it, the stigma, let's just stay in the black culture. The stigma is a lot of black men ain't worth nothing, which is not true. They're going to get you pregnant, they're going to dip, they ain't going to hang around, which is not true. That's not the rule. But if you keep putting that stereotype out through film, media, TV, other people believe it too. I guess it ain't no good black dads out here. I don't see it nowhere on TV. You look at the TV shows now compared to the 80s and 90s. You had Uncle Phil, you had Cosby, you had Family Matters, you had so many shows you could recall upon. But now, Netflix starting to bring them type of shows back, but you don't see it as frequent. So some people think it ain't no good black dads out here. Like, yes, it is. It's some dudes holding it down, even some stepdads.
I have a lot of.
It's not profitable then if you don't. Well,
no, that's true.
It's about making money with a capitalist country. So if people ain't claiming like, man, I got to show love to my dad. Well, I don't need to get that Avengers portrait he's gonna put in the front because I don't see nobody saying, "Hey, where is what's what?"
Yeah.
So the more that change, the more they put more funds behind it.
No, I agree with you. I have a lot of strong black men in my family. I love them so much. And I'm glad that I do. I'm glad that I do see that, in my own family. My dad died when I was quite young, but my stepdad was married to my mom for 40 years until my mom passed away. So my experience is a little bit different, even though my own father passed on. I always had like my Uncle Billy, my Uncle Scotty, my Uncle Carl. I had just so many strong, beautiful black men that took care of us, took care of the kids who may not have had a dad growing up. But fathers deserve so much more than they're given. I mean, they just do. They just do. And I think women, let me tell you now, I'm going to speak for the women for 5 seconds. 24 hours of labor. Yeah, I deserve some gifts on Mother's Day.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a wonderful Mother's too. I ain't taking none away from that. I don't even want that word. I salute y'all on that one.
Dr. Mary, after 6 kids, yes, she deserves every rose ever created on Mother's Day.
Shout out all the men that God put in my life to pass me some knowledge to help me keep evolving as because my dad died when I was 12. Gangs and dope dealers recruiting, I'm a nerd, I don't do all that. But I always had an older cat say, you need to go this way and do it that way. That's how men do it. And that advice was invaluable.
Yeah. So do you want children? Do you want children?
One day, one man.
Okay. So
I can just make super everything, my own little super soldier.
Your own little super soldier. Let me tell you though.
I'm gonna give them the game now, so they're gonna be millionaire by 10. They're gonna be out here, boy or girl. They're gonna be killing it because I got too much knowledge. I'm just gonna give it all to them.
But listen, so my cutoff for having kids was 35. My son, I tell him, I said, you just made it under the radar. You just made it into this world because I was about to rescue 2 retired greyhounds. Okay, and go sit down somewhere. I told him
he just made the cut. Oh no!
I said you just made it into this world, but but I always said if I did not have a child naturally by the time I was 35, I was going to adopt an older child. So I still would have been a mommy, but I said, I probably would have adopted an older child. But
shout out to all the people that adopt. Shout out to them.
Yes, yes. It's not an easy road to take. It's not an easy road to take. And just like foster children, Dr. Mary makes the comfort baskets for foster children too. So it's I've noticed over the last year that there's so much more support for children that are going through not only loss, but those who are in foster care, those who are aging out of the system, those who just actually last year I became certified as a human service professional working with children and families.
Awesome.
So I'm certified in that. Yeah, thank you. And the reason why I did that is because I love bringing more attention to nonprofit organizations that do that have a hand in that. But also when I do my fundraisers, I wanted to stand on my own credentials, right? I didn't want to go into it blind, just kind of like leaning on any one nonprofit, to help me
Now,
understand what's going on. I actually did research.
let's talk on
Yeah.
your nonprofit work. What all are you involved in and you want to do?
Well, so my business is not a nonprofit, and it's only because I cover so much. I do so much in the entertainment field. So I collaborate with a lot of nonprofit organizations because I noticed that, especially as a single mommy, there were different services that I needed, and I had no idea where to go to get them. So when I started doing my research, I was like, oh, they're right on my corner. Why have I never heard of them? You know what I mean? So that was another reason why I was like, yeah, but that happens all the time. Like, why? How long have you been here? I don't understand, but there's so many that, just during my research that I found that do such great work, especially one of my really good girlfriends. She owns Destined for Greatness, and she's so awesome, and it's out of the Samaritan building on the east side of Detroit, and it's called Destined for Greatness. It's a mentoring nonprofit, and she mentors young women, but she also has like a clothing closet, okay, so people can go there and get really. Yeah, she's her name is Shadora Ford, and she will be on the list of people that I give to you. So she does a lot, but she gives away diapers and formula and food and I had not heard of her until my sister-in-law, who owns SIP, which is Sisters in Power. Okay, my sister-in-law, Miss Frances McGee. So that's a women's group, Sisters in Power, and they do a lot of community events and a lot of things for the community. But Shadora is a part of that, so that's how I met Shadora. Here again, networking. But Shadora is a force to be reckoned with, and I really hope that that Shadora and Dr. Mary get together and do something big because, Dr. Mary is really, really well versed in suicide prevention and grief and those kind of things. And we know that as teenagers and as young people, it's so hard living in this world nowadays with so many things changing, and with the internet and your body image and just things like that. But I always say that, the people that have access and the knowledge to help our children, especially our teenagers, at such vulnerable years, 11, 12, 13, 14, just those are vulnerable years. And, it would be so powerful for both of them to get together and speak to young women, speak to young men about, with this changing world, how do you stay true to yourself? And that's another topic, right? But, that's another hour we could do. But.
I tried to attempt it when I was in high school, and thinking back then when I attempted suicide, you didn't really have a lot of stuff on TV. Mine was go listen to Me Against the World, go listen to Pop.
Wow.
So just thinking back in the 90s, you didn't really have all that.
Yeah. Right now. So how were you able to reach deep down and say, no, this is not the way that I should be doing this? What made you pull yourself out of that darkness?
I'll say the last time I had the knife to my wrist and I was about to do it,
Mm.
gotta give to God that it was really like you died at birth and you here for a reason. This ain't it.
Yes.
And God will be with you where you are. So go. You love pot. Go listen to me against world. Put the knife down. And I've been stuck on in the back of my mind. Yeah, I remember Mom did say you died at birth, but you came back. So you here for
Oh, wow. So there's a reason why you're here, right?
you here for something. It ain't do what everybody else doing. I don't know what it was.
Right.
I guess it's doing this now. So
Right.
finding it.
You know what? Let me tell you something. During my life, oh my goodness. I mean, in my earlier years, especially my early 20s, I would question why am I here, right? What am I doing? What life is so hard. I'm so sick of this. You know, and at times I thought about taking my own life, but I'm going to tell you what kept me from doing that. A
Okay.
lot of prayer first off, a lot of prayer.
Mm-hmm.
But second, I would actually say to God, you know what? If this is the way that my life is going to be, if the pain I'm feeling and the hell I'm going through, if
Mm-hmm.
this is what I'm here for, I do not want to wake up. And guess what? I kept waking up. So I said, oh, okay. All right. Okay. All right. So I got to keep going. I got to keep going. I prayed. Listen, if this is what it is, I don't want this. I don't want to wake up, but I kept waking up. So I said, all right, let me just keep pushing. Let me keep pushing. So for me, I now know why I'm here. I now know my purpose. And I love the fact that I'm able to live in my passion every day.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but people who are sad, people who can't bring themselves up out of it, first of all, need to speak to someone on the outside,
Absolutely.
right?
Call
So
988.
yeah. So and that doesn't mean your best friend or your sister all the time. That sometimes that means a third party who has nothing to do with you, who you have nothing to lose when you talk to them, right? And that's
Mm-hmm.
what I tell people. I'm like, you know what? It's not you may get comfort from your auntie, but sometimes you need to talk to a professional who has nothing to do with you, who is unbiased. That's where
Absolutely.
you can get the truth from. Now, do you
Okay,
agree?
not to be okay.
Yeah, it's okay not to be okay. Yes, Dr. Mary, thank you so much. And that's the whole thing because if I had taken my life in my early 20s, then my son wouldn't be here. You know,
People you help,
the right.
you
The
help.
the
And
the
too.
life that I live now, I wouldn't be enjoying so much. I would have missed out on all of the beauty that it has been brought to me over the years. All of the blessings that God has given me, I would have missed that. So I think that's the best lesson that I could tell anyone. Like, if you're at your wits' end and you think this is it, no, it is not. You are here for a reason. Just keep waking
Mm-hmm.
up.
You
Keep
gotta
getting up.
remember.
You gotta keep getting up because you can't get to the good time unless you wade through the bad time.
You got, and I tell anybody, the devil ain't gonna mess with you if you ain't one of God's general and you destined to do something that's gonna help a multitude. So
That's
he
true.
got to get you where you weak. And when you
That's true.
realize that if God could show you, you're gonna help whatever you do a million people. You
Mm-hmm.
might say, "Wow, I'm gonna do that." That's your legacy. Them a million gonna get help.
Right.
They gonna help. They gonna help. But he
Right.
got to take you out now because he saw it too. Like, dog, I'm gonna have to deal with that clown. Cause he gonna help
Yep.
all them people. They gonna do this. They
'Cause
gonna
he's gonna
nah.
do way
I get
too
it.
many good things in this world. Yes, he's a world changer. Oh, I gotta take him out.
Mm-hmm.
He's a world changer. Yeah.
You're a
So, and
general.
even
You're
when I
gonna do
talked to
that.
my son about being sad, I talked to my son about being sad. He's like, no, ma, I would never, do that. But
Mm-hmm.
who outwardly tells people publicly, yeah, I'm suicidal? Nobody, I mean, no,
Nah,
not that's rare when somebody
I
will
didn't
come
want to
out and
put
tell
it
you,
in my book, but I had to put it out there
man.
because it helped somebody.
Yeah.
You know?
And then so I told my son, listen, you may be sad today, but tomorrow is a whole new day. It's a whole new day. God will wake you up and
Mm-hmm.
allow you the opportunity to try it all over again. Take him up
Nothing
on
too
it.
big for
Try it
God
all
to handle.
over again.
Nothing
That's
we deal
right.
with.
That's
That's like
right.
that big to God. He got it covered.
Yeah. And
Hold
I
on.
live every day in my passion and it's such a blessing and I do thank God every day for it because if I had not continued to live, I wouldn't be as happy as I am now connecting with others who are so passionate about what they love to do too. And I can't imagine it. I can't imagine missing out on everything that I've experienced.
Now we're at the part of the show where it's time to market, promote, Anything you got going on?
All right. Well, as you know, October 16th, okay, drmaryfundraiser.eventbrite.com. We're so happy to be celebrating her, and she's the president of the Lions Club. She is an ambassador on Alignable. She just is such a great connector and such a great inspiration, and she's changing the world through a tragic situation. Even though the situation was her losing her daughter, she created a world-changing organization, Susie Q's Kids. So, and I use her as an example too when I'm talking to people about sticking with their dreams and sticking with, what they're passionate about. She actually lost a child. She could have rolled up in a ball and just not done anything else for the rest of her life, and nobody would have judged her. But instead, she decided to, go deep within and get that strength that was needed to help others through the memory of her daughter. So again, she's the epitome of what a mompreneur is and should be. We're so blessed to have her on board with us. So that's October 16th. And you can go to mllevents.com. That's my website, mllevents.com. The flyer is on there. As well as going to the ticket link to purchase your tickets. And then too, we have the celebration of Mr. Aaron Grable, which will be November 19th. And that is our Sada Baby concert. Please go to my website for that, mllevents.com. We will have everything on there shortly about the Sada Baby ticket link and what's going on and how you can be a vendor for that. So that's going to be completed very shortly.
Anything else?
Yes. If you are a vendor with an income opportunity or you would like to bring more attention to your product or service, please call 586-460-8981. Again, that's 586-460-8981. That is our direct business line. We will get back to you. We love collaborating and connecting with new businesses. We love putting the word out there about what you have going on and connecting you to the people that would love to meet you.
Anything else?
I think that's enough. Thank you so much for having me on the show. Thank you, Dr.
I got a few more questions. We ain't done yet.
Okay, I thought you was booting me off. Okay, I'm ready. Go ahead.
No. I got a middle of it. Let you market you, promote you.
Okay.
Then, I'm ready. Next question. What has been your biggest challenge?
Woo. In 2019, I was in a car accident. For 17 years, I was a professional bus driver along with running my business. And 2019 in May, I was sitting at a red light and I was hit from behind by a semi truck. So 2019, my life as I knew it stopped. I couldn't be a bus driver anymore. He took away my career. He took away my freedom. I'm telling you, in the blink of an eye, my whole life as I knew it stopped. And after he hit me, I had gone through in 3 years 5 major surgeries in 3 years. And it was just a lot of downtime, a lot of recovery, a lot of relying on others, which I never had to do. I was always a superwoman. Okay. I took care of everybody. I worked 5 jobs at a time. I was like, listen, if I ever needed help, let me tell you, if I ever needed help, if I asked you for help, you knew I needed help for real because it took a lot for me to ask for help. So these last 3 years have been very humbling for me because even now I'll wake up and be in so much pain till I can't function that day, but a lot of people don't know that because I don't really, open up about it. But then too, I still am able to muster up enough energy to do what I need to do for business and for my connections. But, that has been the biggest challenge, like humility, being humble and saying, I just can't do that today. You know what I mean? It's been a very hard challenge. It has been.
Okay. Well, God got you going. You still getting it done.
Every day.
What has been your impact?
Wow. You know what? I don't know how to answer that. Hopefully what I've been able to accomplish with collaborating with so many other businesses um has been, first of all, encouraging. Hopefully I've been
Okay.
able to encourage others to live their dream, not to shy away or be so fearful of failure that you don't start, start working towards your dream in the first place. Hopefully I've been an inspiration. I'm really hoping I have been. um I've really dedicated a lot of my life to connecting people to the resources that they need to be able to continue
Mhm.
not just living a normal life, but also getting into their passion in their business and starting. I've done a lot of pro bono business launches. I've I've done a lot of events and I didn't ask for anything back because I believe in connecting. I believe in helping others. I believe that we build together. We build together. That's it. We build together. So hopefully, when I'm no longer here, hopefully those who truly love me and know me feel that I was able to at least encourage and to help people live their, true live their lives true to themselves.
Okay. And the main event with all that I do to market, promote, make it all about the guests. Last question. What advice do you have for someone trying to find their purpose?
Woo. The first thing I would say is sitting in silence by yourself with a pen and paper. Sitting in silence by yourself with a pen and paper. Just write down whatever you feel is in your heart that you truly want to do. And it's not doing it for your mama, your daddy, your auntie. Okay. It's truly doing what you feel your own deep down passion is. And just starting. I mean, you can start with one sentence. I like to draw. Okay. I like to sing. Um, I like networking with people. It can start with just one sentence. Um, you know, truly, it takes just being by yourself to do it, though. Some people are fearful of being by themselves. I actually love my quiet time. I love my quiet time. I look at four walls by myself and think, what's my next move? Okay. That's when that's when you can clearly think when you're by yourself. So don't be afraid to be by yourself and just carry a pen and pad with you. A pen and pad with you when you're at the market and you're looking at a product and you're like, oh, okay, I like that. Oh, that reminds me of this. Oh, I like to, okay. Yeah. Be ready to really just be your authentic self.
That's awesome advice.
Thank you. It's what I've done myself, though. I'm not saying do something I haven't done. I have a pad in my car, in my room, in the front room, in the back room, in my office. I have many pads and paper all around, and I just write down the ideas, the events, all and the connection. So I'm very happy that we connected. I hope that you can be one of our featured guests. Hopefully, October 16th.
Oh, sure. Just let me
We
know.
love to have you. Yes, we love to have you. Dr. Mary has already officially invited you. I saw the message. So
Hey, I don't mind being a guest, a sponsor, just whatever.
that would be beautiful. That would be beautiful. We love to feature you in what you do. Your platform is wonderful. Okay. I am going to email you a list of business owners that I really want you to connect with and to interview and just to get into that whole realm of positivity that people that we work with on a daily basis give. I mean, like I said, we build together. We build together.
Now, did I complete my mission to make you feel like family? Share your
Of
story.
course you did. Yes, of course you did. I really, this is such a great platform. I mean, I can't say it enough. It's very comforting to know that you are so down to earth. and your humility shows through. It does. There's nothing worse than working with someone who's very haughty because it turns me off and I never want to work with them again. And you'll once you start coming around us, you'll understand like everybody has the same, down to earth, willing to help attitude. Those are the only people that I, am able to work with. You can't work with everybody. You can't work with everybody. And I don't work with everybody.
I mean, my goal is once this become global and very profitable, I can do other stuff with nonprofits for my own. It's a long, endless table and everybody eating good.
That's right. That's right. You gotta have gluten-free and vegan nowadays too, but include that too. But yes, the table is gonna be long.
Whatever's clever for you. Whatever's clever for you.
I'm not vegan or gluten-free. I'm just trying to be all inclusive. That's all I'm saying.
I know people that do it. Hey, shout out to the vegans.
Right, exactly, right.
It helps.
Yes. Well, I've truly enjoyed myself. I can't say enough how much I appreciate Dr. Mary, and she's such a blessing, and I'm so happy that she was able to connect with you. And yeah. Hello, CC Watson. I don't know you, but hopefully I'll meet you soon.
Yeah. Former classmate, awesome individual.
She says you're awesome. Okay. All right, there. That's cool. So your friends from way back are still giving you kudos. That's good.
Yeah. And I'm looking forward because I'm like, when I start reading your page, like, oh, she do a lot of stuff and I'm a musician. How about that?
What do you play?
Piano.
Oh, you sing too?
Sing rap. I released 2 albums already. JLE World.
Okay, email me the links to both of your CDs, okay? I hire musicians all the time. We do now. Mona Lisa Lyrics is really, really concentrating on the the bigger opportunities for everyone, the bigger halls and celebrities and things like that, just so we all can get a little bit more exposure. So I would love to hear your work.
And I've written 2 books too.
Okay. Okay, so you're very well-rounded. CC said, don't forget that, okay? She said, don't forget that. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for having me on. I appreciate it.
Oh, yeah. I want to thank Full Service Entertainment Event Planning Company, sing Mona Lisa Lyrics, LLC, founder and owner, and also a singer-songwriter as well. Monica Mona Lisa Hamlett for sharing her story. Whoever watches this or the replay, you should be inspired to find passion, purpose, and get after it. And to anybody out there, you're going to enjoy this amazing outro because I did it. And every time I'm going to do that. Yes, I did. My first one sucked. I can say that. Thank you for being on. Look forward to the people you connect me with that's going to come on the show. Make sure
thank you.
For the 15th.
Yes, for the October 16th. Yes, it's gonna be an awesome event. Yeah. And it will be a blessing to have you in the audience. That would be great.
Yeah, definitely schedule for anybody to get it.
Yes.
Like you took.
Yes, October the 15th. No, I'm on it. Yes. Okay. That's gonna be good.
Hope everybody enjoy the weekend. I'm gonna get the show together, put all your information together. You'll see, put the number, everything. I'm gonna tag you with it as well.
Okay, awesome.
And enjoy this outro. Have a good one, everybody.
Detroit raised me. Detroit.